everyone, thank you for tuning in. In this video, I'm trying different ways you can make your mini books for your DIY project and in the process figuring out which method works the best. But before we begin, please keep your book dimensions and sticker sheets ready. If you want to learn how to create these custom book stickers on your own, I already have a video on that. But if you would like to purchase these stickers from me, there is a Google form linked in the description below. Please make the payment and fill the Google form. Do not forget to fill it because without it, I will not have your details and I will not be able to share the sheet with you. So with that being said, let's get into the video. The first method is using PVC foam sheets. These are A4 sized sheets that I got from Meesho. They cost me around 120 rupees for a pack of 5. The quality isn't amazing. It's fairly average, but for the price, I think it's a pretty good deal. Start by marking your measurements. I'm using my mini cover sheet which has a size of 2 cm height, 3 cm length and 0.5 cm spine. Along the length, I've marked 2 cm sections and along the width 1.2 centimeters. The sheet itself is already 0.5 cm thick, so that automatically becomes the spine of the mini book. Once you've cut the sheet into strips, you can either paste the book stickers directly and then cut them individually, or do what I prefer, cut the foam into smaller pieces first and then apply the stickers one by one. But you will still notice that the edges aren't perfectly smooth. That's because a cutter naturally creates slightly angled cuts, leaving sharp slanted edges. You'll need to trim and smooth them out manually, and once you do, it looks much better. I think this method works really well. It's very fast, quick, saves you a lot of time and effort, but it's not perfect. The biggest issue what I find is that the book stickers tend to peel off over time. It doesn't stick very well to the foam surface, so you might need to apply some glue so that it holds the stickers in place. But other than that, for miniature sized books like these small books, I think this is one of the best. Second method is using double-sided tape. One of you actually suggested this in the comments and I was genuinely surprised that I hadn't thought of it earlier. I started by measuring the tape, which was harder than expected because the roll kept moving around and wouldn't stay in one place. Eventually, I got the measurements right and started trimming it down. But honestly, that wasn't easy either. The double-sided tape sticks to the scissors while you're cutting, so getting smooth, clean edges becomes quite difficult. After that, I pasted the sticker on top. You need to be very careful during this step because it's easy to misalign the edges. I really liked how firmly the stickers held onto the tape in this method, but the downside is that you're limited to the tape's width. Since the dimensions of the double-sided tape are fixed, you don't get much flexibility into choosing the dimensions of your own books. So overall, it's a decent method, but I think there are better methods available out there. The third method is using paper folds. There are several ways you can do this. The first is the basic technique. Take long strips of paper and cut them according to the size of your books. Tap the stack against the table a few times so all the uneven edges become visible and one side lines up neatly. Apply glue generously to that side. I'm using Fevicol, but any white PVA glue will work. Use a clip to hold the papers together while they dry. This helps keep the pages intact and prevents them from separating later. This is actually the original method I used for making my own mini books. It was definitely difficult to cut the large stacks of paper one by one. So I worked with about 10 pages at a time and then kept layering it on top of each other until I reached that 0.5 centimeters thickness for the book. This method is time consuming, but I think you get the most realistic spine with this method. The next paper fold method is also quite simple. Cut your papers into long strips. Take one strip and fold it in a zigzag pattern. The width of each fold should match the height of the book. Keep alternating the folds until you reach the end of the strip. Repeat the same process with another strip and attach the two together. Again, secure one side with a clip and glue the other side so the pages stay in one place. Once it's dry, you can add the book covers. The third paper fold method is probably the quickest. For this, you'll need a stapler. Cut the papers to the full length and width of the book, fold them in half and place them inside one another and staple them through the center. You'll get a miniature book that looks something like this. The process is fast, but it doesn't give you a thick enough spine to display the book title properly. Another issue is that all the pages are the same size, so the innermost pages stick out beyond the edge. To fix that, you'll need to trim the book after assembling it, but even after all those drawbacks, I think it's still pretty cute and works reasonably well. Final method is the origami style fold that I found online. The best part is that it doesn't require any glue. Cut your papers to the same dimensions as the book and divide them into two groups according to the thickness you want. Now we need two different types of cuts. For the first group, make thick cuts near the spine from both top and the bottom. These shouldn't be tiny slits. They need enough width for the other section to fit through. For the second group, cut out a section from the center with roughly the same width. Now take the second piece and fold one side in half. Carefully insert it through the opening in the first piece. Once everything is fitted together neatly, you'll have your origami paper book. I think I used a few too many sheets for this one, which is why my book ended up looking extra thick. The cutting process was also a little challenging, but if you get the hang of it or if you have a sharper cutter, it becomes much easier. And those were the different ways in which you can make mini books. Before you go, here's one simple trick for attaching the covers. Make sure to fold along the spine lines before sticking them onto the book. This gives you a sharp, clean spine and a much neater finish. If you skip this step, the spine tends to become rounded, which not only looks less realistic, but also makes the book feel a little unstable. I've used sticker paper for all of these because it's easier and faster to work with. But if you don't have these sticker sheets, you can also get them printed on normal thick paper and use glue to stick your book covers. That's it. If you've tried any of these methods, please let me know what your experience has been like, because even I am confused which one is truly the best method, because all of these at least have one drawback. So honestly, even I am experimenting at the moment. And if you'd like to be part of that journey, stick around and subscribe. One last reminder, the PDF or the sticker sheet is available for a minimal price. So if you're interested to buy it, please fill the Google form in the description below. That's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.